And we are in. And it takes us 5 seconds to get started on this, so each and every podcast should begin and end with about 5-second delay. But that's okay, because it's not like we have any ads or anything like that, and we're just waiting for me, Brill. Anyways, here to rip on some shit. I know I've been gone a long time, but there's a good excuse for that. I just never posted it, because I don't want people to have my flight information on the internet, even though some people may have already posted it for me. But I spent about a week in the Midwest. Went over to go see some family. And, it was my first time on a plane since I was like 2. So, as far as I'm concerned, the conscious version of me, anything from like 5 on, I've never been on a plane. So I didn't know what to do. A lot of this stuff, I was supposed to not go alone to make it easier, but that didn't end up working out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. But, I don't know, a lot of comedians, I guess they travel a lot, so they have like a lot of negative shit to say, and I'm just like, I knew a lot of this shit sucked going in, so I expected a shitty outcome, and ultimately I feel better, but it's not funny. Anyway, it's time for another episode of Is It Just Me? With Jabriel. So, today is August 24th, 2017. I'm not counting these episodes in case you're wondering. How the fuck are you? Let's keep the mouse moving so I don't get screen locked. But I was just... These would just be so much better if I could just record what I'm doing and then just be like, hi, here's another episode of me recording what I just talk about all fucking day. Because it's hard to just talk like this at my girlfriend all the time and then maintain the same energy to talk at the microphone and be like, you listen to me, I'm right. No! I have so much more passion when I'm talking shit. I'm just like, I should do a podcast. And then I get on the podcast and I feel like I sound like a bitch. Right? Let's go ahead and take another swig of this awa real quick. But, yeah, I do things differently in my older age. I guess you can't not say that. I mean, not, mean that. Because you're constantly getting older, and if you do things differently now, then it's not like, well, I did things differently when I was a kid. No, it's about the same. That wouldn't make any sense. I do things differently now that I'm older, goddammit. Listen to me. There's just spiders and shit. This is a part of California. Whoa. This is a part of California where there's spiders and I guess I live near bushes and trees. Not too many, but enough to harbor these fuckers. That and enough to harbor the bugs that the spiders want to eat. But I haven't read anything about them, so there's no intelligent information, although I've been monitoring them. Because I've been the only one getting rid of them in my whole house. So I know what's going on. It's kind of like when I say, like, oh, well, I know it goes, this is fucking going everywhere. Things like, I don't know what I eat. Tomorrow, when I start eating again, I'm not going to know what the fuck goes down. And that's the whole point. I don't want to know. When the doctor asks me what's wrong with my blood sugar or salt or whatever, your blood salt is a little bit low, son. Have you not been eating salt? How do I know? I don't know. I just eat food. But what I was saying was I don't do research on shit like this, so it's just what I've seen. I have some spiders around, and I have a rule about spiders. Like, I try to leave them alone. Look, you do your thing over there. I don't know how you got here, but cool. I know that even though I rent this apartment, that I don't rent all of it. Even if I owned it, I wouldn't own all of it. I get it. Plus, I know they have their use to get rid of those other pesky fuckers that just hang out and just fly around and piss me off. So these are the scary things, that are their size that eat them. It's crazy. So I just leave them alone. But there's like a rule. Like, if I see a spider and like its legs to me look like hair, I don't mean you can see the hair on the legs. I mean, you see like the legs on a spider, and it looks like if you just plucked 3 hairs from my head and just like, there it is. I don't give a fuck. That spider is like, so as far as I can tell, is so insignificant. Like, it's when the spiders get a little bigger, I guess, and colorful or descriptive. When you can describe how they look, or you can see, you know, with your eyes, oh my God, I gotta take another look at this one. What's going on here? This one looks different. Scary. I don't see it all that often. Fuck that. And I just, you know, not even just in my apartment, like just walking around, taking my dog out, not just walking around. You know, it's places, I guess there's not a lot of this area around, so the spiders just have to cling to life wherever the fuck, but like, it's not a trail hike, but there's like 4 feet of dirt before it says, you know, there's a sign that says do not go any further, whatever. Even before that, there's just this fucking colorful, crazy looking gangster spider that's chest height from me, hanging out in between like 2 trees that I don't even think are close to each other. It's like if I spread out my arms and I'm just like, damn, like this thing has more range than me. This is like, I didn't expect this. I did not expect the spider to be like, motherfucker, I'm good at web. Really good. But no, once they get that colorful, I'm just like, look, okay, now you're a danger to me. I assume you're more poisonous to me, whatever. Like, you're scarier to me for sure. So it's like, I got to get rid of this fuck. Now I had one that was somewhere in between. It was somewhere in between that looking scary. Like, it was still looked like a, you know, there was just a little more description. It was in between scary and not scary spider. I sucked it up with a vacuum. It's like a portable vacuum. I can see through it. It's, without making this go on for way too long, because I don't know how funny this is. I hope this is kind of entertaining. It's in this portable vacuum that I got for Christmas. I'm supposed to suck up, you know, vacuum stuff with it, but these spiders just hang out. I just go, fuck it. I sucked this one up like 2 weeks ago, man. This is not a joke. Before I went on vacation, it was at least a week before that. I assumed he'd be dead. Whatever. I assumed he'd be dead on account of, like, I don't know, do they just eat spiders? And don't they drink water? Don't a lot of creatures on this earth have something to do with water? There's something going on. They drink a little bit, right? Birds drink water, I assume. Insects. I know spiders can live in and around water. I assume they drink it from time to time. There's no water in this vacuum. Weeks, motherfucker, weeks. With just me fucking with you a couple times a day, just shaking the vacuum, turning it on, and increasing the vortex. There's actually a little spot, and if the spider were smart enough, you know, it could find a way to get to it and then just escape. And then, you know, it knows where I live now and just come get me in the night. But I think, black screen, hold on. I think it thinks that, you know, we're friends on account of I keep feeding it, I guess, other non-lethal spiders. I just see them around, and I don't see them anymore, but I see it just surviving most of it. I thought it was dead for like a day, and then it was just took a really long nap, I guess. But yeah, so I got one inside my vacuum that's probably still alive. I'm going to go with it is. It's one of those things where I'm like, Bill Murray's alive, but no harm. It's just, I don't know. I haven't checked up media sources recently. I haven't checked up on Bill. I looked at that spider yesterday, and for the last 13 days, it's been fucking alive in that vacuum. I'm going to go with it's alive. Yeah, so he's in there doing his thing, whatever. I don't know. There's this other one, though, that was like, looked a little creepier. It looked, like I could see some of the color on it, maybe some of the hairs or whatever things on its leg. Like I was seeing more description on the spider. And it was like on the seal of like my window. And I'm just like, look, it's a spider, it's an insect, it's going to get in here. How else do spiders get in here? This motherfucker's just trying to find his way. And he's, you know, and I see him. That's his problem. I see you, motherfucker. Don't let me see you. I don't like you colorful, weird spiders. Anytime any one of them get close to my pad, I just pull out my torch. One of my torches, and just fucking blow this thing to pieces. Or, I don't think they explode. What they do is it takes a second or two to connect, and then it actually catches fire, like, you know, from the inside out. It just burns. You get to smell it first, and then it completely cooks through. It's actually kind of cool to watch, but I'm not torturing these spiders. I don't want these fucking colorful ones trying to get inside my house. Because here's the thing. I mentioned earlier how I was like, oh, well, as long as they do their thing and just stay in the corner. That's not what happens. That's never what happens. They could just stay in the corner, but that's not going to be what happens. I get spider bites from time to time, and I don't just hang out in corners where all the spiders are. How else could this happen? Doesn't happen while I'm conscious. Well, normally when I'm sleeping, I'm in bed or wherever I sleep. So it's normally the same spot every night, just typical human behavior. Well, that means that one of these motherfucking spiders had to come into contact with me while I was sleeping, unless I woke up in the middle of the night, went to the spider's corner, and started fucking around with their web. I'm going to go with it came and rolled up on me, and then didn't like the fact that I rolled over, or pissed it off, or, tried to squish it, and it bites me. That's where we crossed the fucking line, spider. See, if you didn't bite me, I wouldn't know that you just crawl up over me while I'm sleeping. Don't feel it. I'm asleep. If I'm awake, different story. But multiple times in my life, not too many times, but enough. I don't know when it's going to be the wrong spider. I think I have a friend who got bit by, I'm starting to think about it now. It's making me feel all weird. A recluse or something like that. He just got like a hole. Is this my brother? No, I think it was my friend. I don't remember saying this. Anyways, he has like, a hole in his leg because he just got bit by this spider. I'm just thinking the spider just rolled by in his sleep probably while he was just hanging back kicking and just walked away and now he's alive. It's like a creature carrying AIDS and it's just going to take it to some other human. Just like, and no one's ever going to catch it. It's different, not AIDS, but fucking lethal. And they're deadly. Get the fuck away from me, dude. Like, I don't know why you come into contact with me. Fucking spiders, like, this is obviously not where you want to hang out. You think so, I suppose. But, again, a lot of you get fucked up by my vacuum. Or me squishing you in my sleep, Ow, my foot. But yeah. I don't know. They crossed the fucking line, so I just light them on fire now. Suck them up in my vacuum. I'm going to throw it out eventually, but I was hoping he was dead by the time I emptied the vacuum. Or I wouldn't empty the vacuum till the time he was dead. And every time I shake it up, he's just like, bah! I'm just kind of, once it's on you, it's like, you probably can't see it anymore. It's just going to go underneath your clothes or something like that. Fucking spiders are small and creepy, and this one definitely, if spiders have brains at all, this one has a vendetta. It's just like, this guy's been, I know he gives me other spider food, but, I don't want to be in here. And there's this vortex that comes through. I don't know if he knows that I'm responsible for it. Either way, black screen again. Either way, spiders, hey, fuck you. All right? I thought you guys were kind of interesting as kids, and now I'm just like, y'all look cool as fuck, but you're so small, and then it's just like, and the amount of lethalness to size of what you are to what I am, like my lethalness to you is human race creates insecticide, or I don't know if that how well that works, but any spray that I come up with, I mean, that's the level of intelligence. Like, I just come up with some lethal gas. I think it's against it's can't breathe and live, or I squish it. Like, it's only a couple tactics. This thing can, like, I don't know how they kill other things, but when they bite humans, the ones that kill them with one bite, like, it's like we go to the hospital, bro. And then sometimes the hospital doesn't have the venom for your punk ass anti-venom. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm living alone at this moment. So I'm going to go to bed tonight alone. Nobody fuck with me. If this happened at night, and like, I'm just saying, I could die in my sleep. Now, that's not a big thing that happens in the world or America or the universe or whatever, but to me, that's a big fucking deal. I don't want to wake up dead because some punk-ass spider, I don't know. Is it the non-lethal ones that are colorful that make it into your house? That's why I just go with that basic judgment of, I mean, spiders that look that look like someone drew them, and they're like, it should be a comic book character, like, Cool. Get that thing the fuck away from me. I don't need to have all that detail. Fuck that. That's just scariness to me, man. Anywho, 15 minutes talking shit on spiders. What else happened? Oh, you know another thing about these spiders, man? I guess all the good stuff was said, but dude, they just roll up here and they don't pay no fucking rent? That's the thing, is I'm paying top dollar to live in this motherfucking, supposed to be somewhat sealed from the atmosphere around me so that bugs don't get in. The only thing that should get in is, you know, shit from the ventilation. Is it these shitty windows or what? Is there holes in the ground? Why the fuck do spiders keep rolling in? Unless they just come in right behind us as we come in. Just unnoticed. They roll in, they don't stay put. I wake up with bites. This is breaking territory. Yeah, I already went over that. I pay rent. Yada yada. I hate spiders. Alright. But yeah, my trip was kind of cool. You know, got to go to the old Midwest, visit some fam. The worst experience I had with the airport security was, it sucks. I lost a 375 milliliter bottle of, I'm so thirsty, of Glenlivet that my mom got me. She got me a 6-pack of IPA, and the whole time no one wanted to drink any of it with me. It was weird. But I guess it's, I don't know. I'm not going to be sad about it. I drank 6 of them. Drank 2 one day and like 4 2 days after that. Got a hangover and all that. But I go to the airport and like I just got dropped off by my brother, and I just roll in and I put my bag on the fucking security thing, and like this lady, like, you know, she does whatever, and I go on the other side. I get all felt up and whatnot. And I hear those things will give you cancer. That one thing I stood in and just had the thing do a 360, graph around my body, and now it knows what my penis looks like. I hear that's bad. But yeah, I get my shoes, I get my wallet and shit. I'm like, where's my suitcase? And it's on the other side. Like, I can't get to it. I would have to have like super reach abilities to get this shit, like a Stretch Armstrong doll. And I was like, fuck, it's not meant for me to get it. Fucking this bitch has to come investigate it. She's like, grabs it and she's like, oh, I gotta open this. And I was like, okay. Is there anything sharp in there? I was just like, no. And I'm just like, what could it be? I know I have a bottle of alcohol in there, but I'm like, that's fine. It's sealed. I don't see what the problem is. It's small too. And I didn't buy it here. No, I didn't. Maybe that's the problem. The lady was just like, yeah, this right here. What's going on with this? And I was like, that's sealed, right? And she's just like, up, black screen. She's just like, oh, well, yeah, this is just over the limit. You can't bring this in. And I was like, oh, God. And I'm hungover from the 4 IPAs I drank at the movie theater the night before. Saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 again. But yeah, I'm so hungover from that. Like, I just drank that a few hours before. Like, my stomach and head are fucking with me. And I'm trying not to eat anything. And I'm trying to hit this airplane to take me to another airplane to take me home. And then I can, unwind and shit, all that shit, Fucking hungover, and they're about to throw away it cost $20 for this bottle. It's a tenth, I suppose you would equate it mathematically to, of Glenlivet. It's so good. I was waiting to drink. I should have just drank some of it at my mom's, but I knew there was going to be some kind of limit of what I could bring back. And I felt that, that's not even a lot of ounces. Like, trying to tell my girlfriend, you can't take like a 22-ounce bottle of IPA. Like, I couldn't take 375 mils. I think that was 13 ounces. It's not a lot, people. It's like 30 mils to an ounce, right? It's like 12, 13, maybe give it 14 plus the weight of the glass. That's not a lot of weight. Fuck! I lost the Glenlivet. So pissed. But then, I go from like one airport to the next, and then there's like 30 minutes in between, so I have to bust my ass to get over there. And then when I get on, and like the They, I couldn't print my boarding pass until right before I got on. Right before I got on was right before they were leaving, so they only had a few seats left. So I had to sit by like the emergency exit, which I think was funny because they print the ticket, and the lady looks at me and she goes, "Are you okay to sit like by the emergency exit and help if they need help exiting emergently, whatever, if they need an emergency exit through the plane while you're on there?" And I'm just like, fuck, this is scary. I was like, I gotta already worry about this? No, I don't. Yeah, I guess so. You already printed the ticket, right? What am I supposed to do now? Make you print another one? And there's a bunch of like 5 people involved in this whole thing. The dude, so I'm in the middle for 2 out of my 3 flights. It was terrible. The first flight had fucking TV in like the headrest in front of me and everyone else. That was cool. But from like the back part of my ass to my knee, like the way you would sit down, just a nice horizontal line, too fucking long. It's too much. I barely fit in the seat. I could not lean back much. It was probably like 5 degrees. It wasn't a lot. I could not get any kind of tilt going to sleep. I had a neck pillow and everything. And every time my head fell back, the pillow would move. It didn't fall because it was tied around my neck. It would never fall off, but it would move. So it would be useless. So I didn't really get any sleep on the way there. That plane, I guess, I don't know. I don't think it was the biggest, but just those seats were kind of cool. And just the television part was kind of cool because everyone just could watch something different. I want to say I watched Guardians 1 first, which was weird. But that can't be right. Maybe it was another Marvel movie. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the Civil War or something. Because they had like a different channel that just had all this new shit. And I saw Guardians 2 on there. And I was like, what? This is still in theaters? I watched Guardians 2 touching down to on my way there. And like my brother, like a couple days later, was like, yeah, it's still in theaters over here at the Cheapo Theater. Do you want to go? I'm like, fuck, yeah, let's roll. Anyways, I'm probably going to get black screen again. Hold on. But yeah, the second plane ride was small. I took the window seat because it was just vacant, and it wasn't anything special. It was a small plane, and it was only like an hour flight. The other one back, I want to say was kind of bigger. I had a little bit more room, but I had the emergency row, and everyone kept saying the same shit. Well, you should go with the emergency row. I did get the emergency row, but not that one seat. There's only like 2 seats, one on either side, that benefits from having the emergency row, and it's the one right by the door. Well, there was this guy who, to me, like, looked like... You ever seen The Longest Yard? The one that Adam Sandler did? That one giant, crazy-looking creature who looks like he's from, like... he looks like a 7-foot-tall, like, caveman. He's playing like ping pong, I suppose, by himself, and then Sandler plays with him and whatnot. And yeah, to me he looked like him. Like at first glance, that's who I thought I was sitting next to. Severely shorter, like maybe that was his spawn or something like that, but looked just like him. And I was like, look, all right, well, okay, this guy gets all the leg room. How am I gonna hate on that? Plus, he got here before me. Anyone else I'd just give shit to. But I was between this guy and some chick, and so like. You think having the middle row, you'd have like left and right arm, right? Because isn't that how it works? I saw this one show, Jim Jeffries, right? Yeah, he had that one cool bit where it's like about being on an airplane all the time because he's a comedian and whatnot. About how the middle row gets or the middle seat gets the both rests. That's just what I assume was etiquette. I have no idea. And I couldn't get it on account of this dude was so massive. I didn't really want to start shit with the dude. I was just like, as soon as he moved, I would kind of steal it. But if he ever took it back, I was just like, the dude was like, he was a huge athlete. Just bigger and stronger than me. Fuck that. And I'm 20,000 feet in the air for like 6 hours. I don't need this shit. But yeah, that didn't have any chair seats either. But neither of these planes, I'm too fucking, I didn't get first class at all. Maybe that could have helped, but neither of these planes was I able to really get sleep on. I really only slept a little bit on the one on the way there, and it was just because it was late, right? Yeah, I took a late flight. I worked all morning, and I took a flight at like 10 o'clock. Yeah, I touched down at like 6 a.m. It was a late flight, so of course I napped a little bit, but it wasn't comfortable sleep, and I just kept waking up again. That's terrible. That was one of the worst feelings ever. Like I was, I kept waking up in an uncomfortable position, stuck on an airplane in the middle. Like it was awful. The only thing was like I had this TV in front of me that had some cool options on it. That was really it. I just, had to plug my own headset in and it worked, but it was awful. Just like, it was like that movie, Terror at Whatever 1,000 Feet. Like I started, my girl's going to be on a long flight and we were conversing about that. And I was just like, man, her flight's like twice as long. It's like 12 hours. It's crazy. I feel so bad for you. And I was just like, obviously you're going to sleep on a plane. I mean, that's a long time on a plane. I do feel bad. However, she's half my size. There's no waking up in a stuck position. She's not going to have that. She's going to wake up in an airplane. It's going to be a different time somewhere else. She's going to be going 500 miles an hour. It's going to be weird, but she'll get over it. Like, I was stuck. So if, when they hit the brakes hard or something like that, or just landing and whatnot, like I had to there was no moving. There was no comfortability. Like, I don't know if she could lay down, but I do know, I always thought it was cool in school and then even all the way up and through college. Women, like regular size, like, and small women, they could just sit in chairs, like in weird positions. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How is it you pull that off? I get like one leg up and I'm like, oh God, cramp. This isn't, I'm not supposed to do this with my hips. I can't get that, like in a chair, like as a guy, it's, I'm either sitting up and attentive and hungry or I'm just completely, damn it, black screen again. Completely laying back. It's hard to just sit straight up. And that was the thing about the plane. I've heard that something about the way men's and women's hips sit are very different, but I don't really know. I know what I see. I see that I can't do things as a large male and a bunch of small females can. And I find it a little bit sexist, to be quite honest. I don't know. I say we take this shit to the Lord himself. Be like, yo, what's up with this? How come I can't do this shit, huh? Look how cool and creative that is. Oh, what? I gotta be small too? It's fucking bullshit. Whoa. Who said I asked to be this tall? Nah. Look, if I was gonna make me, all right? Let's not even get into that. This has gone on for way too long. I'm just blabbing on about nothing, but it was kind of fun. So yeah, fuck spiders. Fuck being way too big on planes. First class just probably costs too much. I don't really know. I know planes cost a lot to begin with. And honestly, unless you're going somewhere super duper far, fuck that shit, dude. Drive. Especially if you got people to go with you, and just like, I feel like the time you have to spend to get on the plane. Every time I had to touch down at an airport, it was like, oh, you got to be there like 90 minutes to 2 hours early. It was always way too early, but it was literally because I guess they don't print your boarding pass until you get there. And then on top of that, it's like first class tier, whatnot, and like A, code Z. I'm always like the last code because we went the cheap way, always. But the last code, it's like, all right, well, by the time they say the last letter can go, it's just like, well, whoever's left, like first come, first serve. And then it's just like, see whatever's left beyond that. But, and then you sit there and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just paid for first class, you would just have the first class comfortable seat. Shouldn't have to worry about that kind of shit. Because getting on the plane early so you can get a comfortable seat, it makes a lot of sense. But no one wants to fucking get on a plane early because you're on a plane for a long time. It's normally not that long, I guess I did have an hour flight, not gonna lie. But I mean, It's a good point. I guess I could have just flown from one location to the next. We rented a car and drove, went separate ways and whatnot when I did that with my mom. But for the most part, it was because it was a connecting flight, though. Yeah, I didn't fly back like from my brother's to my mom's and then to my mom's home. That's not how it worked. I went to my mom's and then to my brother's and then from my brother's to somewhere else because that's where the other plane was leaving. That was just like, you better hurry the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up. You got to go to work tomorrow, dog. But, yeah, so fuck being too big on planes. Is it just me that deals with this shit? It wasn't that bad. But, the spiders, yeah, sick of those motherfuckers. Especially the ones that I keep trapped here on accident. Anyways, I am out. Hope all this recorded. I really don't want to record this again. It looks like it's good. I'm looking at the computer screen. Okay, let me see. I have, my YouTube, my Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud. It's all connected. And no matter where you are on my social media friends list, you should be able to find links to all those locations. This will be up on iTunes, motherfuckers, and SoundCloud and YouTube and all that other good stuff. Yes, I post podcasts on YouTube because I want everything, and I don't have that much. Hope this sounded good and I didn't sound too dry throat, and I'll be doing some more. I just got this editing software, and hopefully it's the right one. Haven't been able to open it and use it yet, but once I do that, I can start editing these videos, and these videos I'm going to start putting up are going to look a whole lot better. It's just going to take some time and effort. Yeah, so is it just me? Bye, Jabriel. Peace out.